Dear students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hope all of you are fine. I am Mahmudul Hasan Masud, lecturer, Department of English, Narshindi Government College, Narshindi. I welcome all of you to my online class. Dear students, today I am going to take a class for the students of class 11 and 12 from their subject English second paper, topic sentence connectors. Hope all of you will enjoy my class. Dear students, you know we are passing through a very difficult time. Although we are going through a very tough time, we hope we will overcome this situation very soon. Dear students, you know it is an unprecedented situation where you cannot attend to regular classes. But thanks to college authority, they have arranged everything so nicely so that we can take online classes, so that teachers and students can be connected with one another and make learning successful. Yes, students, without making any delay, let's start our class. Dear students and viewers, I welcome all of you to my online class again. Dear students, this is a very important class for the students of class 11 and 12. This class has been taken from their subject English second paper, topic sentence connectors. Sentence connectors, lecture 1. Dear students, this is my first class on sentence connectors. Today, I'm going to talk about the definition of sentence connectors, examples of sentence connectors, question pattern. I will show you a pattern of the board question, and I'm also going to talk about categories of sentence connectors. These are the areas I'm going to talk about today. Dear students, many students think that sentence connectors is the most difficult grammatical topic they have in their syllabus. But I tell you, if you study very attentively and follow the instructions of your teachers, sentence connectors will be much easier for you. The students, now I'm going to give you the definition of sentence connectors. Do you know what is sentence connectors? Let us see the definition. The words or phrases that are used to connect the sentences of a discourse are called sentence connectors. The words or phrases that are used to connect the sentences of a discourse are called sentence connectors. So sentence connectors are the words or phrases that are used to connect the sentences of a discourse or of a description. More information about sentence connectors for you, dear students. When we describe something or speak about something, you know, we use some sentences. To maintain cohesion among the sentences of a description of a discourse, some words or phrases are used to connect the sentences. So you see, when you describe something, when you talk about something, when we speak about something, or when we write something, certainly we use some sentences. To maintain cohesion among the sentences of a description or a discourse, some words or phrases are used to connect the sentences. These words or phrases are called sentence connectors. So sentence connectors connect sentences. Sentence connectors are basically words or phrases. Some examples of sentence connectors: therefore, but, next, in fact, of course, in brief, on the other hand, etc. are some of the examples of sentence connectors. These are the connectors, these are the words and phrases we use to connect sentences so that we can maintain cohesion among the sentences of a description or of a discourse. Dear students, why is sentence connector so important in a discourse or in a description or in a paragraph? Because sentence connectors perform different functions and are placed at the beginning of a sentence. So sentence connectors functions differently. Sentence connectors perform different functions, and usually sentence connectors are placed or set at the beginning of a sentence. Sentence connectors are used to link ideas from one sentence to the next and to give paragraphs coherence. So you can see sentence connectors are basically used to link ideas from one sentence to the next sentence. Thus, sentence connectors gives coherence in a paragraph. Sentence connectors give paragraphs coherence, makes paragraph coherent. So sentence connectors are very important. They are used to introduce order, contrast, sequence, ideas, theory, data, etc. So sentence connectors are used to introduce something, to show something orderly, to show two opposite ideas, two opposite events, to show sequence, to express ideas sequentially, and also to express, to show, to describe some other ideas coherently. That's why sentence connectors are very important, so important. Dear students, now I'm going to give you some examples of sentence connectors. I'm going to show you some examples of sentence connectors. I hope from these examples you will have a clear idea about sentence connectors, and I hope you will be able to use sentence connectors very easily. So let's see what we have as examples of sentence connectors. Example 1. I'm going to give you 6 examples. Example 1. Dear students, there are 2 sentences here. You can see there are 2 sentences. One is, it is a matter of great regret that some of the students pass their valuable time in Facebook. This is my first sentence. My second sentence is, they cannot prepare their lessons Well, the students, there are two sentences, but we have to connect these two sentences by using a sentence connectors at the beginning of the second sentences. Read the sentences very carefully and try to understand the meaning. You will see the second sentence expresses the result or consequence of the first sentence. Let us see again. It is a matter of great regret that some of the students pass their valuable time in Facebook. They cannot prepare their lessons well. As the students pass their valuable time in Facebook, they cannot prepare their lessons well. The students, so the second sentence expresses the consequence or result of the first sentence. So what you have to do, you have to try to find the proper sentence connectors, that is words or phrases that express result or consequence. Here I have used as a result or as a consequence to connect the first sentence with the second sentence. So what is the result? It is a matter of great regret that some of the students pass their valuable time in Facebook. As a result or as a consequence, they cannot prepare their lessons well. So here you can see, as a result or as a consequence is my sentence connector that connects first sentence and second sentence together. As the second sentence expresses the consequence or result of the first sentence, here I have used as a result or as a consequence as sentence connector, and that makes the paragraph, that makes two sentences coherent. So here my sentence connectors are as a result or as a consequence. I hope you have understood well. Let's move to the second example. Example 2. Here you can see my first sentence. Exercising more will help you keep slim. My second sentence is controlling your diet will ensure you will not gain weight. So dear students, there are also two sentences here. If you read these two sentences very carefully, you'll see both the sentences expresses the similar idea. So what we have to do? We have to connect these two sentences using a sentence connectors, using words or phrases that will function as sentence connectors. And certainly we will use the sentence connector at the beginning of the second sentence. So exercising more will help you keep slim. Controlling your diet will ensure you will not gain weight. So expressing similar ideas here. Both the sentences are expressing similar ideas. Here I have used in the same way, similarly. I have used in the same way, similarly, as sentence connectors to connect two sentences together, as both of the sentences are expressing similar ideas. Let us see again. Exercising more will help you keep slim. In the same way, similarly, Controlling your diet will ensure you will not gain weight. So here my sentence connectors are in the same way or similarly. You can also use likewise. So in the same way or similarly are my sentence connectors here. Let's move to the third example. Example 3. The Japanese work hard. My first sentence is the Japanese work hard. They are affluent. Dear students, if you look at the sentences very carefully, you will see the second sentence is the consequence or is the result of first sentence. As the Japanese work hard, they are affluent. So here I had to connect these two sentences using a sentence connector. Here I have used as a result at the beginning of the second sentence. The Japanese work hard. As a result, they are affluent. As a consequence, they are affluent. So here, as the second sentence expresses the consequence or result of the first sentence, I have used as a result. So here as a result is my sentence connectors. Sentence connector is as a result. I hope you have understood my examples well. Let's move to the next example. Example 4. What we have? Mr. S. Khan has an apartment in the city. Okay, very good. He has 2 cars. The students, you can see there are 2 sentences here. First sentence is Mr. S. Khan has an apartment in the city. Second sentence is he has 2 cars. The students, here we have to connect these 2 sentences together. But before going to connect these 2 sentences, you have to understand the twist that is inherent in the sentences. The twist is the second sentence expresses something, adding more information. Mr. S. Khan has an apartment in the city. In addition to, he has 2 cars. He has something more. The second sentence has something more to add, something more to express. And when you want to add something, you have to use sentence connectors like in addition to, besides, moreover, furthermore, etc. So let us connect these 2 sentences now. Here I have used besides or moreover. Students, Mr. S. Khan has an apartment in the city. He has 2 cars. That means besides or moreover, he has 2 cars. He has something more. We are going to add more information here. That's why I have used besides or moreover. So it is very easy. If you want to add more information with your previous sentence, with your previous information, then you have to use besides, moreover, furthermore, in addition to, etc. as sentence connectors. So here my sentence connectors are besides or moreover. Example 5. What we have here, Bangladesh is an agricultural country. My first sentence is Bangladesh is an agricultural country. My second sentence is her economy and prosperity depend on agriculture. What we have to do, we have to connect these two sentences together. We have to use the sentence connectors at the beginning of the second sentence so that we can connect, we can make connection between these sentences. Look at the sentences attentively. Bangladesh is an agricultural country. Her economy and prosperity depend on agriculture. You can easily understand the second sentence show the result of the first sentence or previous sentence. As Bangladesh is an agricultural country, her economy and prosperity depend on agriculture. So here I have used so. Bangladesh is an agricultural country, so her economy and prosperity depend on agriculture. Here my sentence connector is so. The word so here used as sentence connector connects first sentence and second sentence together. So here my sentence connector is so. Dear students, let's move to the next sentence. You can see the picture of Lionel Messi, a great footballer of the world. Example 6. Lionel Messi was sick before the match. My first sentence is Lionel Messi was sick before the match. He played superb and scored 2 goals. So we have to connect two sentences together by using a sentence connectors. So dear students, if you look at the sentences very carefully, very attentively, and try to understand the meaning, you will see the second sentences expresses the opposite idea of the first sentence. As Lionel Messi was sick before the match, he was supposed to play bad, but he played superb and scored 2 goals. So here, to connect two sentences together, I have used but or nonetheless. Lionel Messi was sick before the match, but or nonetheless, despite he played superb and scored 2 goals for his team. Sentence connectors. Here my sentence connectors are but or nonetheless. So you can see here the second sentence expressing the opposite idea of the first sentence. And when you want to oppose two events or acts, express two opposite ideas, you can use but, nonetheless, nevertheless, yet, still, despite, although, though, this type of sentence connectors. So dear students, here I have given you 6 examples, and from my 6 examples you can easily understand that sentence connectors functions differently. And you can see sometimes sentence connectors are used to add something, sometimes sentence connectors are used to express a result, or sometimes sentence connectors are used to show the cause of something, sometimes sentence connectors are used to add more information. So sentence connectors sitting at the beginning of a sentence, it express, it functions differently. It performs different types of functions. So when you are going to use sentence connectors into the gaps, you have to understand the meanings of the sentences very well. You have to understand the twist of the sentences. Let's move to my next slide, dear students. We have here good question, sentence connectors, question number 10, marks 5. The students, that means in your English second paper good questions, you will find sentence connectors at question number 10, and sentence connectors carries 5 marks for you. Going to the next slide, students, good questions. Here I am going to show you a good questions, question pattern. This is the good questions for you, and you will face this type of questions in your exam. Let us see what is the question. I'm going to read out the question for you. Many people think that money can do everything in life. Dash, it is a must for our life. It is not the thing that necessarily brings happiness. Dash, it is absolutely a psychological matter. The person who is contented with what he is and dash he has is really happy. Money can do something with happiness. Dash, it cannot give us happiness. E dash, we can see that the richest man of our society are not the happiest man. F, they lead a life burdened with cares and anxieties. Dash, pass sleepless nights. H dash, there are a large number of poor men dash are happy and enjoy sound sleep. J dash, money cannot ensure happiness. This is a good questions for you, and you can see there are 10 gaps for you, and for each gap there is half mark. So in total 5 marks for you for sentence connectors. So dear students, let's see the answer of this good question. First one is although. Many people think that money can do everything in life. Although it is a must for our life, it is not the thing that necessarily brings happiness. B, actually, in fact, indeed, it is absolutely a psychological matter. The person who is contented with what he is and what he has is really happy. Using relative pronoun as sentence connectors. You can also use relative pronouns as sentence connector. Money can do something with happiness, but expressing the opposite idea, opposite picture. So money can do something with happiness, but it cannot give us happiness. E. So therefore, we see that the richest man of our society are not the happiest man. F, instead, or rather, they lead a life burdened with cares and anxieties, the richest man of the world, and or as well as they pass sleepless nights, expressing similar ideas. H, on the other hand, we can see there are a large number of poor men who are happy, using relative pronoun here, and enjoy sound sleep. J, so hence, therefore, coming to a conclusion, money cannot ensure happiness. So dear students, you can see the uses of sentence connectors here, although, actually, in fact, or indeed, what, but, so, therefore, instead, rather, and or as well as, on the other hand, who, hence, so, therefore. These all are sentence connectors and are expressing and performing different functions in a paragraph, in a sequence. So if you want to solve the boot questions, at first you have to read the boot questions very carefully, and then you have to find the twist of the each sentence, each gaps, they mean, what they mean, and then try to put sentence connectors into the gaps. So dear students, now I'm going to show you categories or list of sentence connectors. The students, sentence connectors can be grouped into some categories or following categories according to their implication or uses. For your better understanding, I have categorized sentence connectors into some groups so that you can easily catch the correct word, correct phrase, proper word for your gaps. So what are the categories of sentence connectors? First one is sentence connectors of order, sequence, serial, or listing. Second one is sentence connectors of addition. Third one is sentence connectors of comparison. Fourth one is sentence connectors of contrast or opposition. Next one is sentence connectors of cause. Then sentence connectors of cause, effect, or result. Next one, sentence connectors of emphasis or reinforcement. Then sentence connectors of example. Number 9, sentence connectors of summary. Then sentence connectors of reformulation. Then sentence connectors of alternative. 12, sentence connectors of condition. Number 13, sentence connectors of transition. Number 14, sentence connectors of place. 15, sentence connectors of time. Sentence connectors of reformulation. 17, sentence connectors of conclusion. So these are the categories or groups of sentence connectors, and words or phrases actually belongs to this group, and these categories will help you to find the proper words or proper phrases to solve the question paper. And I'm going to discuss elaborately about these categories of sentence connectors in my next class. So dear students, now homework for you. Paragraph. The students, I am going to give you 5 paragraphs as homework so that you can study at home. The paragraphs are, first one is food adulteration, second one is traffic education, third one is adolescence, fourth one is Facebook or uses and abuses of Facebook, and fifth one is higher education in Bangladesh. Try to study these paragraphs at home. Students, now I'm going to stop here. So thank you very much for watching me and joining in my class. I hope my class on sentence connector will help you to solve the boot question, to solve the question paper very easily, and it will help you to understand every aspects of sentence connectors. Today I have shown you, I have tried to give you the definition of sentence connectors. I have tried to give you the examples of sentence connectors. I have discussed elaborately some examples so that it can facilitate your learning. And finally, I have shown you a board question pattern so that you can easily understand how the question paper is. And I hope my class will help you to study at home on sentence connectors. So, students, I'm also going to take 2 more classes on sentence connectors. Hope you will join in my class. So, thank you very much, dear students.